I know it's not clickbait. I just got off the phone with a senior engineer at Reddit, has 15 years of experience. And he just told me that they are not allowed to use ChatGPT at their company. Blew my fucking mind too, I know. And he informed me that that's not just the case with Reddit. That's the case with a lot of Fortune 500 companies, a lot of the big tech companies. You know what they're scared of? Their code being leaked. Rightfully so. A lot of companies that's happening to, where their code gets leaked. It happened to Microsoft recently, and a bunch of other companies where their code gets leaked, and it's a big, massive problem that they have to deal with. But still, there's something that seems so fucking wrong and stupid with it that it's nuts. When he told me that, my mind blew up. It's like in the early days when internet got started, people were probably thinking, oh, we shouldn't get out this thing. There's this thing called viruses. And because we just do everything locally and we don't use internet, we're good. We don't have to worry about anything. And then what happened? Those companies became dinosaurs, and then a lot of those companies ended up dying, or they weren't able to expand their business as quickly as all these other companies that could use internet. So if you're one of these Fortune 500 companies watching this video, what is wrong with you? AI and things like ChatGPT or LLMs, large language models, all of these things that assist us humans in doing things faster, better, smarter, and for cheaper, doesn't it feel like you're putting your company in the Stone Ages? That's what it feels like to me. It literally feels like if you are doing this and you're stuck doing this, you're putting your company in Stone Ages. Because compare that to a team where they have the same number of employees as you. So let's say you got 100 people on your team or 1,000 people at your organization. Another company has 1,000 people. But your 1,000 people are not allowed to use ChatGPT, so they're stuck with their human skills, right? The other team has 1,000 people that are allowed to use ChatGPT. I swear, those 1,000 people will be operating like 10,000 or 15,000 people. That's what the equivalent would be, if not more. I know this because I hired a lot of software developers for myself, and I would pay them, I don't know, $20,000 to $60,000 per month because I had a team of developers and they were developing software for me and my company, Clever Programmer. And that's what I paid them. And then ChatGPT came along and I was able to build the same app that I would have paid them 60 grand over a 3-month period by myself alone in about 20, 30 days. So I did it 3 times as quickly and I saved $60,000. And that's just me as a one human. Imagine, expand that out to thousands of people, thousands of developers. And you're talking about $600,000, $6 million, $60 million saved, or value produced, however you want to look at it. And that starts to be undeniable. And so if you're a company that's doing this, you're in the Stone Ages. And for you developers who watch this and you're like, oh my God, now I'm scared. I should not use ChatGPT because big companies don't allow it. Here's something crazy that happened. So in my community for my course that I launched, it's called Profit with AI and ChatGPT, where I show people how you can use ChatGPT, AI, make money with it. I have a student in the community and he said the same thing is happening at his company. They're not allowing them to use ChatGPT. So what he told us in our group chat, in WhatsApp group that we have for the community, he said, what we do is we run to our car, we bring our phones with us, and we use ChatGPT in the car. We solve our coding problems. We figure out what the solution is. And then we run back into the company. And then we go ahead and solve the problem, right? Write the code. That way the company can't track that they use ChatGPT. So a lot of these dinosaur people, and then there's going to be elitist software developers as well that are going to be like, don't use it. It's because they're trying to gatekeep, because they're scared shitless. Their little 60 years of experience is now being threatened, and woo! Like, I know it sounds insensitive if you are the person with 6 years of experience, so I apologize. But here's the thing, okay? Let me say it with a lot of care and love. I care about you, and I want you to win. And if you keep fighting it, what's going to happen is you're going to get left in the past, because that's what happened with anybody that fought technology or revolutions or changes. They got overthrown. They got killed. Their jobs got taken away. Their profit margins went away. So please don't try to fight it. Use it. It's your friend. So what I would recommend to you is you're in a great position if you have experience. Use that with AI and ChatGPT. You'll go so much farther. You'll become so much more valuable. And instead of it replacing you, you become a replaceable. So please focus on that instead. Don't focus on, I want to fight this technology and stop it from becoming a thing, because you're not going to be able to do it. And all these companies that are trying to do it or worried about their code leaking or whatnot, just make your security better. Or get on. I know you can't trust this company is taking so much data. This company is taking so much data. Everything runs on data. I'm thankful Google has my data, so I don't have to type in my freaking address every single time I look at coffee near me. Don't fight this revolution. Be a part of this. Start learning how to use AI. Start learning how to use ChatGPT. That's my personal recommendation to you. If you're a developer, boost up your skills. There's so much that you could do. I mean, it's unbelievable. I have students in my course right now who I have a 60-year-old who's like, I tried so many ways of making apps. And he goes, now with ChatGPT, I'm making these apps. And I just made my first app in like 5 to 10 minutes. And he's like, I'm so excited I can't sleep. And that's the experience I want you to have, even if you're new to coding. Before, I used to say the number one programming language was JavaScript. Now, I'm going to make a video on this too. The number one programming language is English, or whatever your language of choice is. As long as you can articulate what you want, you can turn it into reality. It'll turn it into reality. Now, you still have to know coding, and you still have to know the concepts, because you won't even know where to copy paste it to run the code if you don't know anything about coding. I've gotten that question at one point, and somebody was like, hey, Kazi, where do I even paste this code to make it work? And I'm like, okay, you're going to need to know a little bit of coding. So you still need to know coding. It's not like you just skip coding. But what I mean is, you don't have to sit there and write every single thing. Like now, when I code, I'm basically coding like a senior developer who has like 20 junior developers, and I'm just looking over their shoulder and giving them each tasks to do. They bring it to me, and I tell them if something's wrong with their code or not. That's what I do with ChatGPT. I just go, give me a modal that has this button here. Give me a popover thing when you go on the tooltip. Give me this and this. Give me a cart that can, when user clicks it, it adds it to the cart, and then user should be able to check it out. So I give it all of those things that I know how to code, but it'd take me 20, 30 hours of my time. And ChatGPT does it, and then I paste the code, and then I see an error, and I'm like, give it back, and I'm like, you know what? You missed this. Add this, and they'll, and this, and then we'll fix it. And then it fixes it, gives it back to me, and I'm like, this is good. Thank you. And then I move on. So I'm operating like where I have 5 to 10 engineers in my staff, junior engineers, and I can work with them. Now imagine when ChatGPT 5 comes out or ChatGPT 6 comes out. Now you got senior engineers pretty much, right? They won't even make a mistake when you ask them what to do. So use it, build stuff with it. If you want to learn how to use it and make money with it and build your own apps with it, or land your dream job and make 6 figures, or you want to make, you just want to improve your career, whatever it is, I built a course exactly on this, and we're teaching you practical skills. So if you're a theoretician, watch somebody else's videos that nerds out on LLMs. I want to use this technology to build real world shit that I can use, that companies can pay me for, that I can go and freelance with. And that's the community that I'm building, of practical builders with AI and ChatGPT. So that's what the course is about. If you're interested, click the link below and go and join it. I'm still building out more of this course. So if you join it now, it's in pre-order, so you'll get the best price. But the price will keep increasing. And after this Q4, meaning start of the next year, the price will have increased almost by double the amount. So if you're interested and you want to join, or you're even slightly curious, click the link below. Go and check out the course called Profit with AI and ChatGPT. And I'm going to teach you the skills, even if you're a beginner, to learn ChatGPT, to learn AI, and be able to even monetize in the first 8 weeks. And we have students doing just that. So regardless of whether you join the course or not, understand that ChatGPT is inevitable. Understand that AI is inevitable. Utilize it. Please use it so you become more valuable and you become irreplaceable. I love you. Let me know what you think. Like the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.